You want to just do Illenium right now? I bet you everyone wants to see Illenium.
Everyone's been wanting it. Yeah, let's go and do Illenium.
All right, let's do Illenium. Everyone wants Illenium.
Okay.
And then, you know, this is what's going to happen too, is that the video is going to get a ton of views because it's Illenium. And then if I could put your name in the title, and then they'll be like, oh, who's this guy? And then they'll go search your stuff. And then you could like plug yourself too if you want.
That'd be nice. That'd be nice.
We'll see.
Like that.
Yeah.
Like you're thinking.
I've seen this one live a couple times, but like I don't remember really what it sounds like. So we will it's basically like a first listen. So okay. 3, 2, 1, go. Illenium's gonna get turned up. Really great vocals. Nice percussion. So fucking good. You wanna burn down, so light your matches, and I got chills, bro. That's such a good vocal.
Great vocal.
Alright, drop blunt, let's see what we got. You know what? I've heard a bunch of people say the drops a little soft. I kind of like it, dude. I think it's got. It could have used a little bit more impact, but I think it's pretty solid. So fucking good. Love like the little electric guitar in the back there. Alright, let's see drop 2. Love that fill. Very pretty tune. All right. All right. Let's hear your thoughts first.
Okay.
Guest goes first.
I'm going to hit it with a hot take. This is by far not my favorite from him.
Okay.
So I've heard a lot of people say that this is like best tune from him.
Yeah.
Yeah, strongly disagree.
It's not.
I think it's good. I don't think it's... I honestly don't even put it up there with like one of his best, in my opinion. I know it's going to be one of those classics. I just because it's like that style, but not my favorite. So I'm going to get a lot of hate for that.
Yeah.
But yeah. So, but about like what I did, like verses were top notch.
So good.
Verses were really good. Percussion was awesome. The vocal is great. Like production on it, solid. When it gets to like the chorus section with just like the vocal and piano, super pretty. The ambience is super nice. The drop, yeah, it's a little bit on the softer side, and I like that. But also, I feel like there could have been more of a sub bass to it, and there wasn't a lot of low end in there. It felt very like high end focused, and that kind of threw me off a little bit because it just doesn't punch as much. You know, it doesn't sound as full in my opinion.
Right.
But I think that's also more of just like a stylistic choice kind of thing, where you know you want things to be a little bit lighter, so you know reducing sub bass like that. But it's a good tune. I'm not saying that it's a bad tune. Obviously, Illenium's great. You know, dude's like one of the reasons I started producing. So, you know, but
I think for a lot of people,
I mean, yeah, no, for sure. I mean, he's been such a huge influence on everybody, but I've always been a fan of his older stuff. You know, like the Awake and the Awake album was like by far like my favorite body of work from him. Ascend was really good as well.
Yeah,
but that was just like those are like the styles I really like fell in love with him. But yeah, it's a good tune. I don't think it's anything crazy. I don't think it's
not like mind blowing
So
or
I gotta-
anything, right? And
No.
yeah.
No.
Um,
So
yeah, I agree with that too. I know a lot of people, I've seen have had like kind of like mixed sort of reviews, right? Like a lot of people have been saying like it's one of the best tunes he's ever done, and some people have been like, you know, the drop kind of doesn't really deliver in that aspect. I think it's kind of somewhere in the middle,
Yeah.
right? Like obviously
Yeah.
I would love to like see, you know, I'd love to see the remixes for a song like that, because I feel like some people could really do
Yeah.
something interesting with that
Yeah.
vocal, right? But I think he built up the verses extremely well, and there's some of the best verses I've heard this year, probably. Like I was just in my
Yeah,
feels
no,
throughout
for
the
sure.
entire thing. Um,
Yeah.
and honestly, I feel like the drop had a little bit more impact than I was expecting. I feel like the snare and the drums bring a lot of impact to that for
Yes.
sure. But yeah, like you said, there's not a lot of bass in the drop. It could definitely benefit from a little bit more of that. But I feel like overall, yeah, I don't think it's like anything like too particularly special from him, but definitely like from
Yeah.
seeing how people have been, you know, kind of either shitting on it or like saying it's amazing, I feel like that it's not as bad as some people have said, and it's not also like
No.
yeah, because like you can have songs like if that drop was in a song with like a song that didn't really have that great of a vocal performance, I feel like it'd be a lot more forgettable. But I feel like vocal performances can do a lot for a song and make things a lot more
Absolutely.
memorable, right? So definitely
Yeah.
think it's definitely think it's good in terms of that. But
Yeah, I think like another thing is I wish the second drop was different. I'm one
Yeah.
of those people that I want to hear second drops that are different from the first. I like that 2-bar fake out though in both of them. They're really good. I know it's like Illenium likes that. He's done that a few times. And I know he likes doing it. So yeah, I just wish that second drop had something new to it. It's pretty much copy paste.
Yeah, just like even just like, you know, different sort of melody or
Different
or something like
yeah.
that, just to kind of switch things up. And that's the thing with melodic bass, you know, a lot of people are starting to do it, right? And I feel like if you can find ways to make your sound a little bit more unique, and it stands out a lot more, right? And people doing hybrid style tunes and different drops, it doing a song where both drops are the same, it doesn't really stand out as much as it used to, right? So definitely even just like even you like a Nurko style switch up, right, where he just switches the melody a little bit, and so it's different enough, but it still kind of brings the same style of sound, right? But oh, my Discord just crashed. But yeah, we gotta give the track a rating. So
go ahead. I did rating first time last time.
Okay, I'll rate it first. I'll rate it first this time. You know, I'm gonna give that a 7.5. 7.5 out of 10.
Gotcha. I'm gonna give that a 7.
7? Okay.
Yeah.
So what, 7.25 out of 10?
7.25
average from us. So Rosa says he gives it a 7. Yeah, I think that's about on par.
Fair.
You know, I think a lot of
There's another
people
7.
I think a lot of people that, you know, don't really care too much about the drop are gonna absolutely love that tune, right? And that's why I think, you know, I could see that tune doing really well in terms of, you know, commercial success too, right? Like really big, grand vocal performance. And
I'm more into verses for like tunes now, honestly.
Yeah, I have too.
Yeah. So like I know there's like a lot of people that are like, oh, the drop's bad, I won't listen to it. Or like, oh, we're just gonna skip to the drop. Oh, okay, not good.
Yeah.
Move on.
Yeah.
That's can't stand that.
I think
so.
I think a good verse. I was literally talking about this with my buddies yesterday. Like, I think a really great vocal performance can make an average style drop seem a lot better, just because like the suspense that builds up to it, right?
Yeah,
it just makes it
literally this tune for me. That's
Yeah.
literally this tune for me. Like nothing crazy with the drop, but verses and that chorus is solid.
Yeah, and I think there's enough impact that like it has some re-listenable value. Like I think Nightlight doesn't have the impact of that, and that's just been a song I've almost never listened to. And the songs seem pretty similar, but I think From the Ashes has a little bit more there, right? So
yeah.
But yeah, so that's From the Ashes.